a little bit of a rant this morning because something has happened again which just keeps on happening, and I find it very upsetting because of how bad it is for the people involved and how unnecessary it is as well. This is what happened. I had an email exchange with a very nice gentleman who's one of my followers on here today. The story in a nutshell is that his dad and stepmum some years ago made very traditional old-fashioned wills saying, if I die first, I'm leaving everything to you, and if I die second, half goes to my child and the other half goes to your child. Nothing else really said, and I'm sure on the face of it, to that couple, it might have looked okay. But then this gentleman's dad passed away a little while later, and now his stepmother is denying all knowledge of what had always been discussed in the family, that he and his stepbrother would inherit equally from the estate on stepmother's passing. And she's now insisting, no, we never spoke about that. No, absolutely not. I'm just going to change my will and leave absolutely everything to my son, leaving him, obviously, without an inheritance for the future. And it's a big chunk of change in this situation. This particular couple, dad and stepmom, have an estimated estate not far off £1 million. So this blasé announcement from his stepmother is a kick in the guts, really, because, that's £500,000 worth of inheritance from his father that he stands to lose, basically, to be robbed of. And I'm cross with his dad in many respects, okay, because it didn't need to happen. This just shows how making very straightforward, old-fashioned wills in the way that I've described is just laying your kids open to exactly this situation, because you've not thought about it, you've not taken appropriate precautions, you've not taken the right kind of advice. And it's just so naive to say, oh yes, I absolutely adore my spouse and I completely trust my spouse in this situation. To be fair to both of our children, both sides of our family, my spouse would never do something so cold as to cut out my side and leave it all to their side. Well, yeah, it happens all the time. So if I've got a message for any of you mums and dads out there, married or not, if you've got a blended family, please don't be naive. Please take proper care, get advice. There are lots of protections and appropriate decisions that you can mutually make to ensure that you're providing fairly and equitably for both sides of the family, and also providing security for your spouse if you're the first to go, without having to rely on chance and without exposing yourself to the possibility of your spouse or your partner just waking up one day and changing their mind, or just deciding, no, that conversation never happened. It's just horrid. This poor gentleman, there's nothing he can do now anyway during his stepmother's lifetime, but after she has passed away, there are a couple of challenges that he may or may not be able to bring against any new will that she's made, cutting him out. But both of those challenges are quite difficult ones to succeed at. There's a lot of evidence needed. It's going to be hotly contested. So this poor guy has just been left pretty much high and dry. And I kind of blame his dad about this for not just taking basic precautions. So if you are a blended family, whether you're a married couple or your partners, please talk to somebody like me, talk to, a local solicitor, get advice about how to set things up in a sensible way so that you are guaranteeing that your kids on your side of the family will get their inheritance come what may, whilst at the same time your other half won't be left out in the cold without, the security that you intend for them. It's easily done, and it's all very intelligent, and it's not going to cost the earth. And of course, yes, if you find yourself either in the sort of situation that this poor man is in, or if you are the parents that don't want to create this very problem, don't want to sleepwalk into this very situation, please feel free to drop me an email and tell me all about it, and I'll just give you some pointers as to what you can do next. My email address is always included in the descriptions to my videos, so just fire away. I'm delighted always to hear from you, and I'm always happy to help.